Hello and welcome to RoboMonk Tarot. I am RoboMonk, and today Spirit is saying that your soul purpose is coming into focus. We're going to see what that looks like. What is your soul purpose? We're going to see what resonates with you, what doesn't resonate with you. You can push away. What does resonate with you, you can pull towards you, all right? Since this is a collective, we are reading for a lot of different people. But there's a lot of great messages that I got from the spirit channeling that I want to share. And I also want to see what the tarot spread actually says for us as well and see how they match up. And there's lots of little goodies down below, okay, that are awesome today too. So we're going to find out all of this together. And I do read reversals here. So we're going to see exactly what spirit has to tell us, all right? No punches held. All right, let's check it out. We have the first card. There it is. Eight of Swords. Negative thoughts, self-imposed restrictions, and victim mentality, mental prison. Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter in Gemini combines expansion with communication, bringing mental restriction and the feeling of being trapped by thoughts. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is an air energy. This particular card is very powerful because if you are in this type of situation, and I will be honest, most of us are, there are things that we just can't see. There are self-doubts that we have. There's negative talk that we have to overcome, right? And that's when our shadow work is really helping. So Spirit is telling us here that we have to do some shadow work in order to actually see beyond the swords, to take that blindfold off, to see what's actually happening with our emotions. You can see this woman is actually also touching the water and the earth. So balancing those two energies as well. So our emotion and what's actually happening in this physical 3D earth plane. There's a lot to this card, and it's something that also we all go through. It just depends on what point in time we are actually going through this. So this could be in any topic. Let's see what else is actually going on, and we'll come back to this card. I feel drawn to this card again. We have the Page of Cups, creative opportunities, intuitive messages, curiosity and possibility, new emotions. Earth of Water, earth and water. Earth of Water combines practical manifestation with emotional depth, bringing grounded intuition and practical application of feelings. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water. It's like Spirit is listening to us right now, right? Balancing out those emotions that you're having and what's actually happening in this 3D earth realm. So if you believe in manifestation, which I do, I think you can help Spirit out in a lot of different ways by manifesting what you want. And I think what's happening here is something out in the 3D earth plane is not matching your emotions. And you may feel a lot of pain internally because of that. All right. This is Spirit bringing your soul purpose into focus. Now, a lot of times we call this a crisis, right? A midlife crisis. But I know many people that have had crises in their 20s. In their 30s. Teens have it all the time. What am I going to do with my life? So I think it's unfair to just label it into the midlife, right? And beyond that as well, right? 50s, 60s, 70s. What am I going to do now that I'm in this stage of life? I think we all go through that. And what Spirit is saying is no matter what stage of life, no matter what negative talk you are experiencing right now, there is creative opportunities. There's intuitive messages that you can get, only you can get, because you are in that mode, that age that you are. You've had those experiences that you have experienced before, and you bring that wisdom and knowledge into this current situation that only you've experienced, right? Not everyone has experienced everything that you have in the way that you have. And so that is very unique to you. So the fact that Spirit is saying it doesn't matter what age you are, that negative talk is still there, but you can overcome it because you are still here in this 3D earth plane and you're still here for a reason. So seeing what your emotions are feeling internally versus what is actually happening and making that change, creating that focus into what actually feels right for you, right? And Spirit is helping us all do this, which is fun. I say fun. It can be tough, but it is fun in the general sense of, yes, this actually is happening, right? This can be an amazing, positive experience. The Two of Cups, yes, unified love, partnership, attraction, and connection, romantic bond. Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer combines love with emotional security, right? Bringing unified partnership and deep emotional connection. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and water. Water, earth, water, earth. Boy, you get the gist here. But with this, I see this as this can be a romance in your life that really is very healthy and that could be coming down the way for you in this soul path, right? This soul purpose. But soul purpose goes beyond even that romantic sense, right? It's even more with the spiritual alignment with Spirit. And I feel like this is Spirit and your guides and you, right? So combining those two together and making something absolutely fantastic that is just unique to you, right? I have my own path and you have your own path. And that's why sometimes it's very hard to determine what is best for the other person. But luckily we have Spirit to come down and guide us as well, right? And I feel like this is a joining, this overall love, this partnership, this attraction between you, Spirit, and this soul purpose coming into focus. And it's just a lovely card to have here. Very inspiring. King of Swords. Mental clarity, intellectual power, authority and truth, logical leadership. So this is an air, just like the Eight of Swords over there. And I feel like once you are able to actually see what your emotions are inside and see clearly what is outside in this 3D earth realm, you're going to embody this King of Swords. You're going to be able to say, I don't like what's going on. I need to change this. And I can change this. I have the power to change this, right? And this is something that Spirit is going to help me do. So what in your mind right now is actually being brought into focus that you don't really like at this moment in time? Spirit is going to give you a gift. Yes, a way out. Yes, an emotional revelation of saying, I don't like this. What am I doing here? I need to do something else. You're going to take that blindfold off, whisk away the negative talk and say, all right, this is what I want to do. I was, learning a lot of lessons back there. And now I know I have a clearer path into what my soul purpose is. And this King of Swords is going to help bring this in. This could be a spirit guide. This could be an advisor here in this 3D earth realm that may suggest something. Okay. So keep your eyes and ears open to people that you know, like, and trust. And also this could be a romantic partner, since it's under the Two of Cups here, that is actually going to help you out. All right. So that's pretty cool. Temperance, reversed. Imbalance, excess, self-healing, and realignment. Lack of long-term vision. Now, again, we have all been through this, where you think of that Eight of Swords energy, right? And you think, I don't like where I'm at. I need to get out right now. Now notice that the Temperance card, the foot is on the earth and the foot is in the water as well, just like the Eight of Swords. This is calling into saying, okay, it's time for self-healing and realignment, right? The imbalance and excess could be excess negativity, excess negative talk that needs to be channeled out of your daily routine. Now, that's not to say that it's unique to you, because we all have that, right? We all have that. I have that for sure, right? For sure. And I just have to say, you know what? Negative talk, shut up. Shut up. I don't want it anymore, and I don't need you right now. I'm trying to focus on something, and I'm trying to do something. And that is good, right? To say, okay, there's negative talk around this, what I'm doing here, and why is that? Why is that negative talk coming out? And that could be that there's something else that you actually really want to do or really need to do. And whatever this negative talk is talking about is giving you hints that either something is off internally or something is off in this physical 3D realm that needs to change, and taking steps to make that path actually clearer for you, to have that positive talk coming in and overcoming that fear of making that change, right? Because even if you know what you want, sometimes that negative talk comes in and says, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you aren't talented enough. You can't do that, blah, 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 right? That's when you say, shut up. I know that this is where I want to go. This is what I have to do. I have to do this, right? It's like that Eight of Cups energy, right? Where you're not going back to the familiar, because that's where that Eight of Swords energy is. You're moving on. You're taking that blindfold off and you're moving towards your soul purpose. We have the Knight of Pentacles, hard work, productivity, routine, and conservatism, steady progress. Yeah, so this is also going to be something that is steady, right? It may not happen overnight, and that's why that Temperance card could be in reverse as well, where we want it to happen tomorrow. And I know that would be amazing, and for some of you it may happen, but for a lot of us, we have to plan ahead. It's baby steps, it's tiny steps into what actually we want to do next, right? So what is that little micro action that you can do today to make that happen, to make that start, to push that pebble down the large mountain, to start that avalanche of positivity? What is it, that little action that you can do that is actually going to help you? Good question, right, Spirit? Thank you for that. All right. We have the Nine of Cups in reversed. Inner happiness, materialism, dissatisfaction, and greed, true fulfillment versus false happiness. This is this midlife crisis, no matter what age you are at, where you could be saying, okay, I'm making some good money here, but I don't feel internally fulfilled. I don't feel like I'm helping anybody. I don't feel like all of my talents and gifts are being used to their fullest in the way that I want them to be. So that is a valid point. And Spirit is calling that out right now. Spirit is saying, all right, yes, you're right. You aren't using all of your gifts and talents in the fullest possible way. And your soul path does that. Your soul path is really the one that says, I am using everything I possibly can for my highest good and for the highest good around for everybody around. And that includes animals, that includes people, plants, all of life, right? So all of that is coming into focus right here in this absolutely wonderful spread. We also have Four of Cups. Meditation, contemplation, apathy, and missed opportunities, introspection. So It's the moon in Cancer, combines intuition and with emotional security again, bringing contemplative withdrawal and emotional self-protection. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water. This could be a friend, all right, that is trying to help you through this. They may have some good advice. They may not, right? Really see what you are going to resonate with, because friends can be extremely helpful when they're cheerleaders. They can be extremely unhelpful when they really give you their opinion on what you should do, and then they judge you on it, right? Not great friends, but some of us have those, right? They're great in a lot of other aspects, but giving advice isn't really the best. So think about what it is that you want to do, right? What it is that you want to do, and start to take little steps, little actions to make that happen. And this apathy card, yes, a lot of times people interpret this as, you're not looking out and you're not seeing the gifts that are out there. But I really think that this is more of like a discernment. It's more choosy, where you are taking the time to see what it is you really want. Because there may be gifts that are being given to you right now and you're thinking, wow, this is great. It doesn't really do anything for me. I don't know what to do with it, right? It could be something that is totally unaligned with your gifts and talents. And you're like, yeah, I guess I could take it. It's a job, or it's someone to date. Yeah, it's kind of along the lines, but not really. It's not that it's not that perfect fit, right, for you. And so Spirit again is saying to get focused into your soul alignment, into your soul purpose here. It's really helping you with these different feelings that you're feeling to say, no, it's not the perfect fit. No, it's not right. I need to find what is right. And Spirit is there to help you do that as well. So Spirit is really helping you focus. And there's a couple of gifts along the way, right? So this Knight of Pentacles and this Page of Cups have really cool gifts. And there's guidance along the way here too. And Spirit is like thick as thieves here right now, right? So that it's really like going in and saying, I have yours back. I am here to support you. I know what you're going through with this crisis because I've kind of led you here, and I'm going to help you get out of it, right? Spirit is not abandoning you in this time, in this moment, although sometimes that negative talk will say that. But know that Spirit is with you and is fully engaged in this new way of finding your soul purpose. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what's going on with the Spirit channeling and see how it actually matches up with our tarot spread. All right. This one, I got a multitude of colors through a prism. Now, I feel like Spirit is kind of like the one light, the white light, right? And we all shine differently through Spirit. And the fact that we all have these different colors through that one white light is really beautiful. So your friends giving you advice, other people giving you advice that doesn't resonate, know, honor, and respect them that they are trying to do what they feel is right. But not for 1 second do you have to take that advice, even though you love and respect them. Okay, this could be a family member as well that's trying to give you advice. Just know that it's for them to say, yes, here's my opinion. Okay, great. But it's not for them to force you to take it. Yeah? Because you might be on the green over here and they might be on the orange or the yellow, right? They're shining differently than you. And Spirit wants us all to shine exactly the color that we should shine, right? It's really beautiful, and I love that image. This one was cool too. So, Spirit wants you to know, and part of your soul purpose is to take away the illusion of the separation of yourself and spirit. So with the self and spirit, we see all of these buildings, we see all of these different 3D earth plane objects, but if you peel it away, it's all spirit. It's all like this Two of Cups. We are joined together with Spirit in so many different ways that we don't even realize. We think, oh, we're going to connect with Spirit now and I'm going to meditate. You've connected with Spirit all day long. Interacting with this microphone, interacting with you, interacting with all of these different things that are around us. This is all Spirit. And peeling that back and seeing that there is no separation between yourself and Spirit is really, really powerful. It's really, really amazing to see that, yes, Spirit is in everything. Everything. And that's a wonderful thing too. So then you can look around and say, okay, what's Spirit trying to tell me today? What is Spirit trying to tell me today? All right. This next one was interesting, because it's pretty abstract. But what I got from it was, I got a lot. So again, we got the earth energy behind here and the water energy below. All right. We have 5 different spears coming out from the water. And that's change. 5 is change. 4 is stability. 5 is chaos type of thing. But the fact that it is contained within these pillars here, I feel like it's a contained chaos, just like this prism is, right? This is a contained chaos of color. When you shine it through that white light, you get this beautiful array of different colors, and it's contained chaos, just like this 5 that's in the water. So the fact that you are feeling these feelings doesn't mean that you are completely lost. It's that contained chaos that is Spirit talking to you saying, hey, you're having these feelings for a specific reason. And I need you to think about these feelings, because that's going to get you on the next path, right? You've learned the lessons that you need to learn, and then you're feeling these feelings because it's time to grow. Right? It's almost like a plant that needs to be repotted, right? The roots are hitting the edges and it's feeling that pain, right? And it's not feeling quite right. You need to be repotted and moved into a bigger pot, because you are ready to grow even more. And it's that contained chaos. And it reminded me of the High Priestess with the 2 pillars on the left and the right. And the fact that the planets here, these reminded me of planets, aren't aligned, but they're still contained within the fact of the High Priestess's 2 columns here in the Temple of Solomon. It's that gateway and that way of talking to Spirit in chaos. And a lot of us don't even think about that, right? And I didn't even think about that until now. But chaos can have just as many messages as that alignment, but this chaos is contained. It's not as frightening as being totally lost. It's more like, wow, a lot is happening out there. Maybe I should look at it. Maybe I should see what actually is happening so I can do what I need to do, right? To get my planets in alignment. We have the path of action and the path of the healer. Some of these are specific to you, collective, right? To some of you. The path of action or the path of healer. And for some of you, it's actually combined, yeah? Where you are doing both as you're going along your way to your soul purpose. So the path of the healer I see as something more stationary, more meditative, more introspective, but still healing other people. Path of action is getting out there and working with other people, helping them, find their purpose. But some of you combine it where it's more like a nurse, where there's lots of action, especially like an ER nurse or something like that. Lots of action, but you're healing them as well. So that was definitely cool too. This was an amazing one where it's all about the imagination, right? The imagination meets spirit. Have you ever wondered why we have imagination? Why do we have imagination? And scientifically, they say that it's nothing different. If we think about it in our mind, it's not anything different than if it actually has happened. Our mind doesn't know the difference. And I find that fascinating too. So the fact that you are imagining different things, all right, you are that close to spirit. That imagination is spirit and you combining forces, right? Just like this Two of Cups. So if you're a creative, if you're an artist, if you're imagining different things, then imagine what you can create with spirit in that imagination. And spirit wants you to know that it is a part of your imagination. It is a part of all of that. And it is there to inspire and be inspired by you. So it loves that imaginative way of thinking. And it doesn't have to be art. You can use your imagination in any type of topic out there. I mean, in love, in business, in inventions, so many different things. This next one was also about light work and shadow work, knowing yourself completely, right? And I think all of us are pretty guilty of doing this, right? Where we say, okay, well, we're really good at this, and I'm really good at that, which is helpful. However, what are you really bad at, right? What are you really not so good at? Seeing what it is that you are in your wholeness, right? What are you good at? What are you bad at? What is your light? What is your shadow? And really working out exactly who you are. Because when you know all of those different aspects, your true path, your soul path lights up because you have ruled out so many other different things that, you just don't feel the energy to put towards it. Like, I'm not going to be a basketball player. I'm not very good at basketball. That's okay. I'm not going to go out and chase and be a basketball player right now, right? That's okay. I'm okay with that. And just knowing those different things of what you're good at, what you're not so good at, what you want to put energy into, what you don't want to put energy into. And that's going to really put your soul path into focus as well. So Spirit says, embrace both. Embrace both your light and your shadow. Embrace everything about you because I made you that way. All right? This was also neat. This was your soul path in illumination. And I love this picture because the two creatures behind him are just looking at him. And I see this male energy, very, dominant stance, right? And that has nothing to do with gender. It's just that male energy. We all have it, male and female energy. And these two creatures are in shock. They can't even imagine why he's not running. He's not running. He even has his back towards them. He's not even worried, right? He is just focused on that path ahead. And the fact is that you've gone through a lot already. And you have overcome so many fears that when another one comes up, when another path comes up, when another obstacle comes up, you're able to say, you know what? I've already cleared a lot. I can do this too. And it gives motivation to all of us. And this last one is really bright and happy. I got Spirit saying, spread your message. What is your message that you need to spread here on this earth plane? On this earth plane in 5D, what do you need to actually spread? That is your message. Spirit gave you a voice. Spirit is letting you shine your specific light, your specific frequency of light. So what is it that you need to say while you're down here in this 3D earth plane? And just know that Spirit knows it's important and that you should tell your truth. All right. We've got the angel number guidance down here. Protection and encouragement. That is 444. Angels surround you with love and guidance. You are on the right path. So knowing that these feelings inside are guiding you towards somewhere else makes them a little less fear-based and a little bit more positive and energizing, right? Saying, okay, well, I'm not feeling really great about what's happening. It's pushing you towards somewhere else, and your angels and your guides are actually going to help you find that. They are with you right now, just like that Two of Cups. That's fantastic. The current moon phase is last quarter, October 13th, 2025. And if you're watching this on a different day, just know that this is the energy of this reading. Release and forgiveness. The energy supports letting go of grudges, limiting beliefs, Eight of Swords, and outdated patterns. This is a powerful time for forgiveness of self and others, breaking bad habits and clearing space for new opportunities. Absolutely, Spirit. Thank you for that. That is total alignment with where we're at right now. We have ancient wisdom symbol, caduceus. Staff of Hermes representing healing, balance, and divine communication, that earth and water energy, right? The intertwined serpents symbolize the integration of opposing forces and the awakening of spiritual energy through balance. All right, so we're all talking about balance, and it may not happen tomorrow, but don't worry. Take those little steps to move on. Spirit animal guide, we have the bear, adorable and cute. Strength, introspection, healing. The bear embodies raw strength, balanced with gentle, nurturing energy. Hibernate when needed, emerge renewed. Bear medicine teaches the importance of rest, reflection, and going in with answers. Just like that Four of Cups, right? Not so negative of a card now, is it? Right? It's actually saying, you know what? I am going to do what I need to do, and I don't care what anybody else is saying. I have my own path. All right, we have cosmic zodiac dice. Mental trinity. We have Aquarius, Libra. All right. 3 air signs converge. This is a time of intellectual brilliance, clear communication, King of Swords, and social connection. Now, for my introverts out there, don't worry, right? It's going to be okay. Social connection. Your mind is sharp and your words carry power. Focus on learning, teaching, writing, and meaningful conversations. The universe is enhancing your mental faculties. Use them to understand complex patterns. Yes. So knowing what you're good at, what you're not, what you resonate with, what you don't. Know that whole pattern, and your soul purpose will light right up. All right? We have crystal and gemstone wisdom, selenite, cleansing, angelic connection, and peace. Wow. Named after the Greek moon goddess Selene, selenite is a powerful cleansing crystal that connects to angelic realms and higher consciousness. This white translucent stone never needs cleansing and cleanses other crystals placed on it. Use selenite for cleansing other crystals, meditation, angelic communication, and creating sacred space, and kind of clearing out that negative energy and negative self-talk after you're done with it, right? After you're done getting all of those different messages from it, get it out of there, right? That's good. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly, truly enjoyed it. I always love spending time with you, collective, and take care till next time.